Ever wondered why some geniuses seem both brilliant and completely ridiculous? Like one minute they're discovering the theory of relativity, and the next they're wearing mismatched socks and arguing with pigeons. Is there actually a method to their madness, or are genius minds just beautiful chaos in motion? Stick around till the end, and you'll see how logic and creativity aren't enemies. They're dance partners in disguise. Don't forget to subscribe, your brain will thank you later. Let's get right into it. Number 7. The Chaos Engine. Every genius you've ever admired runs on controlled chaos. Their desks, disaster zones. Their schedules, non-existent. Their brains like 100 browser tabs open and none of them muted. But here's the plot twist that chaos isn't dysfunction. It's fuel. Psychologists have found that disorganized environments can actually boost creative thinking. When everything is too neat, the brain goes on autopilot. But when the world feels messy, your mind starts searching for patterns, and that's where creative connections are born. So yes, Einstein's cluttered desk wasn't a sign of laziness. It was the playground of a mind that refused to color inside the lines. Your brain does the same thing when you're daydreaming in class or doodling during a meeting. It's secretly forging neural fireworks. In short, if your room looks like a disaster but your mind is on fire, congratulations, you might just be running your own chaos engine. Number 6. Logic's secret weapon. Contrary to popular belief, creativity isn't the opposite of logic. It's logic in costume. The best creative thinkers don't ignore structure, they bend it. Think of logic as the bones and creativity as the muscle. Without one, the other collapses. Mozart's symphonies, for example, weren't random bursts of inspiration. They followed precise mathematical ratios that made them feel effortlessly beautiful. The same goes for Leonardo da Vinci's art, which was obsessed with geometry. These minds weren't breaking rules, they were reprogramming them. So the next time someone tells you to think outside the box, remember, true genius knows exactly how big the box is before deciding which wall to blow up first. Number 5. The boredom catalyst. Genius minds are allergic to boredom, but not in the way you think. When most people feel bored, they grab their phones. A genius. They grab the nearest impossible problem and poke it until it screams. Studies show that boredom actually stimulates the brain's default mode network, the same system that lights up when we dream, imagine, or solve complex puzzles. That's why so many breakthroughs happen in the shower, on a walk, or staring blankly at the ceiling, moments when your mind is understimulated enough to wander into weird, uncharted territory. Einstein called it combinatory play, letting ideas collide in your head until they spark something new. So next time you catch yourself zoning out in traffic, don't fight it. You might just be one random thought away from inventing the next light bulb, or at least remembering where you left your keys. Because boredom for a genius isn't an obstacle, it's a launch pad. Number 4. The rebel's equation. If there's one thing every genius shares, it's an instinctive distrust of rules. They don't just break them, they dissect them, remix them, and then pretend they never existed. It's not arrogance, it's curiosity on steroids. Psychologists call this divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple unpredictable solutions to a single problem. The brain of a creative rebel literally fires in more directions than average. Where most people see a brick wall, they see an invitation to climb. That's why innovation often looks like rebellion at first. Galileo questioned the heavens. Jobs questioned the need for buttons. Picasso questioned the very definition of a face. And society, as usual, rolled its eyes until it couldn't anymore. So if you've ever been told you ask too many questions, good. That's not defiance, that's data collection. Because in the math of genius curiosity, compliance. Number 3. The emotional circuit. Genius isn't just about IQ, it's emotional voltage. Behind every revolutionary idea is someone who felt too much, too deeply for too long. That intensity, whether joy, anger, heartbreak, or awe, gets converted into creative energy. Think about it. Van Gogh didn't paint sunflowers because they looked nice. He painted them because they were alive to him, screaming with color, vibrating with emotion. The same neural regions that process strong emotions also ignite creative flow. In other words, your heartbreak might be your brain's way of saying, "We're building something big, stay tuned." But here's the catch. Emotion is unstable fuel. The same fire that powers creativity can also burn you out. That's why many geniuses walk the line between brilliance and breakdown. Their brains are race cars built for stormy weather, beautiful fast, and absolutely terrible at slowing down. So if you ever find yourself overwhelmed by feeling too much, don't numb it. Refine it. Because emotion isn't weakness in a genius mind, it's the electricity that keeps the lights on. Number 2. The pattern. Whisperer. Genius isn't magic, it's pattern recognition on steroids. The brain of a creative thinker doesn't just store data, it links it. To them, a falling apple isn't just fruit, it's gravity whispering a secret. When Newton saw the apple drop, he wasn't blessed by divine lightning. His brain simply noticed a pattern between falling objects and celestial motion connections most people overlook. That's the genius trick, seeing relationships where others see randomness. It's why Tesla could visualize entire machines in his head before building them, or why Shakespeare could thread human behavior into every line of verse. Their brains didn't collect facts, they orchestrated them. So if you've ever made a weird connection that made everyone go, "Huh, that's your pattern whisperer talking," keep listening, because sometimes the strangest thought in the room is the smartest one. Number 1. The harmony paradox. Here's the ultimate secret: genius isn't pure logic or pure creativity. It's the harmony between them, the strange, delicate balance where chaos meets clarity. Picture a tightrope walker. One foot on reason, the other on imagination. Too logical and you get a robot, precise but lifeless. Too creative and you get chaos, wild ideas with nowhere to land. But when both sides cooperate, you get something extraordinary. A mind that can dream in equations and calculate in poetry. Neuroscientists have actually seen this balance in action. In genius-level problem solvers, the brain's analytical and default mode, networks, the ones responsible for focus and imagination, light up together. Normally they take turns, but in geniuses they collaborate like two instruments playing the same melody. That's why Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge, not because logic doesn't matter, but because imagination gives logic its wings. So the real genius isn't someone who chooses between thinking and dreaming. It's someone who makes them fall in love. That's all for today. I'll be making more videos like this soon, so subscribe if you haven't already, and keep your brain curious.